Well, welcome back, everyone. Well, you might recall last Friday we did a nice story on the updates on what's going on in the 21st Congressional District race. So look who I ran into today. None other than Matt Doheny himself. Welcome back, Matt.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate the opportunity.
That's good. So, field trip, road trip last week. Warren County, Washington County.
And Saratoga County as well.
Good. How was it?
Great. We're on the road for, I guess, almost 6 days. And just getting out and seeing old friends and making new acquaintances, and the reception, to be honest with you, has just been tremendous. As you know, I ran 2 years ago and got over 121,000 votes, and we certainly working hard, but we have tremendous support right here on the ground in Warren, Washington, and Saratoga counties.
Well, the last time you had great ground support as well. Very interesting. You're doing the right thing. You're getting out there. You're meeting the voters. Shaking a lot of hands and hearing, but you're hearing a lot of things. What issues are floating to the surface?
Well, certainly, no matter where you go in this district, the issue number one is jobs in the economy. Certainly we have different regions in this vast congressional district, but certainly right here, as you mentioned, in the Warren, Washington, Saratoga area, jobs are the number one issue. And I think people understand that, I'm a businessman. I'm a self-made, successful businessman. I understand how hard it is to create jobs, and over through my career, we've saved tens of thousands of jobs. So people are drawn to that, and I'm just asking for the opportunity to go down to Washington to help this region to revitalize our economy.
I got you. How's the economy? How are people perceiving the economy?
Things are tough. Certainly we just came off a tough winter, so you have an economic already challenging environment, and then the winter just kind of slowed business down. Whether you run a TV station or car dealership or a supermarket, people have saw that in terms of the bottom line, and so we need a little bit more, certainly a lot more adrenaline to boost the local economy to get things back to where it should be.
Well, I'm sure you would make jobs a priority.
Number one priority.
Yeah, I bet you do. Other issues out there?
Certainly, in light of the SAFE Act, a lot of folks, I talk to every single day, are very angry, very upset with our governor for passing, in my humble estimation, a unconstitutional act, infringing our Second Amendment right to bear arms. And so I'm dead set against that. And a lot of people are very excited, very fired up, and most importantly, frustrated that that would happen here in New York State. And so we'll see what happens in the November ballot box.
If you had to say, without putting you on the spot there, if you had to say, why do you think people are so passionate about that one issue?
Because it's not even necessarily about guns. It's about our freedom, right? You take that, just like our First, Second Amendment. This is why we have the Bill of Rights, passed in 1789. These are our core, essential constitutional freedoms. The fact that some folks down in Long Island and in New York City could pass a law that infringes upon our Second Amendment, it's unheard of. People like myself are upset by it, and we're going to do something about it to change that.
I fully agree with that. Having spent so many years myself in New York City, you can understand that their viewpoint would be different. But boy, you come up here in Saratoga, Warren, and Washington County, and you see the other side.
Well, no question. Look, I'm a life member of the NRA, proud gun owner, and just part of our culture. And again, safety first. But again, this is still our basic constitutional right that should not be infringed in any way, shape, or form. I
got you. So constitutional rights, the economy, and of course jobs.
Yeah, certainly jobs, and part of that is, is taxes. And certainly, no one's ever grabbed me, no matter where it is in New York State and in this vast congressional district, said, hey, will you go ahead and raise my taxes? And so I want people to know that I'm the only candidate in this race that's pledged to never raise your taxes. I'm not going to do it. You want somebody else to raise your taxes, I'm sure there's plenty of other candidates to vote for, and people need to make sure that they know that's a pledge I've put in writing, and that's a promise that I will keep.
Boy, I bet you do keep it as well. Hey, let's jump to the personal side. Last time you were here, if I have the timing right, this past weekend was a special weekend for you.
Yes.
Well, happy Mother's Day.
I was going to say that it was my wife's first Mother Day. We were blessed a little over 10 months ago with the birth of our baby boy Declan, and so we took a little break from the campaign trail to a small little celebration for my wife, Mom, for her first time out. It was wonderful.
I think I'm glad you had a good time. And a great thing to celebrate, right?
Yeah, even though we were on the campaign trail, we made a little family time, and she appreciated that. It was a wonderful thing, and it was fun to be with my son for that.
Well, we've got a phrase in our business, we're in the trenches all the time. Every day is a different day for us. And June 24th, Republican primary coming up. Yep. I have a feeling you're going to be burning off a little bit of leather on those shoes between now and then.
Yeah, and that's what we do every day. It's a vast district. I've actually had the pleasure and fortune to visit every single one of the 194 towns and cities all over the district. And the only way we do this is by working hard. So we go out every day. Last week, we were all over Washington County, from Granville down to Greenwich and Cambridge. Cambridge, and certainly over, from Queensbury and down in Saratoga County to, Moreau and Wilton, and over Milton and Boston Spa. We're out there working hard every single day. And you're right, it's the Shoe Leather Express, but that's really the only way I know how to do it.
That's
I'm
right.
Self-made. Nothing was ever given to me. We go out and work hard. That's how, I won a primary 2 years ago. That's how we came, very, very close to beating now the retiring congressman. And one thing to point out, that of all the Republican challengers in the entire country, 300, whatever the exact number was, running against Democratic incumbents, in a district that President Obama carried, I was the closest in the entire country.
Right.
4,900 votes. That was how shockingly close it was.
Well, it's very interesting. You don't kind of sit on that laurel. You're out there meeting everybody and finding out what the people really want.
Absolutely.
Right?
There's the only way to find out.
You got to represent them. You better find out what they want.
You better go show up in person. We do a lot of door-to-door. Show up on the doorstep, go visit their business, and go meet with community leaders and good people like yourself.
Feelings mutual, by the way. But we have a phrase in our business that I know you use the same. It's not what I want to watch. It's what they want to watch.
Exactly.
Right? And it's not what you want to do. It's what they need.
Exactly. And that's why you got to go find out what the issues are and make sure people know that they can trust you and count on you in Washington, that you'll do the right thing for the people of this district. And that's what I will do.
Gotcha. So we'll check in, especially right after the primary, see how things are going. And it's great to run into you.
Absolutely. Thanks. And obviously, remind your voters to vote June 24th.
Yes. Remember, vote June 24th. Okay, see this interview again? You can head to our website, Look TV, online.